When I think about connection, it's sharing stories, caring about the people in your life, like a sense of belonging perhaps. It's gaps in time stitched together by memories, conversations and common ground bound by an invisible force. Of course, the pandemic has robbed us of that, fobbed us off with distance and masks, asked us to be patient, tested our limits. It was like a flash and error message for the entire planet, except we couldn't turn it off and on again. We were stripped of real-life connection, drip-fed emails and affection online, which was fine. But time went on. Long gone were the days of hugs and chats over mugs of tea, being free to nip out for lunch with a friend or spend time with family. Physical closeness ran scared, and our reality became virtually virtual in a matter of days. Ways of connecting changed drastically. Fantastic to see you through a lens on the laptop and top marks in the Zoom quiz. But is everything going well? Hard to tell, really, without seeing you in person. I remember linking arms and kissing cheeks. Weeks turned to months without holding your hand, and I'm sure I just blinked and a year had gone by. Someone said to me, in my house there were 3 of us sat grafting at the kitchen table. It seems daft to say, but I wasn't able to shake off the feeling of loneliness, even though I was surrounded by phone calls interrupted by the microwave bleeping or sleeping babies stirring from slumber. Some days I just gave in. Someone said to me, for me it's been hard, if I think about it. I've managed to get through each day, and for that I must say I'm proud. But I do miss shopping and gossiping with my friends, busy crowds and hopping on the bus to town. Lately it's been lonely and depressing, wrestling with fear and isolation in a nation that can't communicate like it did before. More than that, it's not knowing. It's going from one rule to another, not quite discovering what's allowed. These days, technology is all I have. I'd always say that living alone does not mean being lonely, only usually I have contact with other people. And this upheaval has made me scared. Yes, it's a shared experience, but I've faced it all on my own. I've grown to feel like my house is shrinking. I'm sinking further into the floor, and I can't stop thinking things couldn't be any worse. I used to have a purpose, and now, well, I feel so vulnerable. Someone said to me, I want to go to the pub. It's my church, my sacred place, a space to perch on a stool and reminisce. I miss the hub of chatter and clattering glasses, masses of laughter after the bell rings. Things are just so different now. How I wish it to be over. Someone said to me, my son is my absolute world, and not being able to see him leaves me heartbroken. I'm drowning and choking because at times the pain is physically unbearable. My brother has to stand by my window in a mask. I can't ask him to come in. We used to go out together, him and me. Now we barely see each other. Someone said to me, everyone else paused whilst I continued to work. The world didn't stop, but everyone in it did. I watched as people stayed in, hid away, dropped everything. I watched, infuriated, as people broke the rules, not confused, just ignorant. It made me so angry to witness their recklessness wrecking our collective hard work. The sacrifices we made, that they couldn't or wouldn't. Someone said to me, I'm not a very mobile person, so the pandemic didn't really affect my daily routine, and it's been interesting to see the world experience my reality. Actually, I hope that's what some people can take away. Let's hope it can make way for a bit of empathy for those who will continue to live a shielded life. One day soon, we'll be able to say, remember that time. Remember those years we spent apart. Our hearts ached for what was taken away by a pandemic that did not pander to our needs. But seeds of change were sown. It gave us a chance to pause and reflect, to check in with each other and appreciate the good. We stood up to the virus, didn't let it win, and we learned to begin again.